Hello everybody. Again, today is Tuesday and another session of Holochain-in-Action. Welcome to my friend that had enough time today to join. So today we are going to start implementing we are going to continue from the last point that we stopped finishing the Am I developer, and then we are going to continue implementing the first entry and entry design. So I hope we would have enough time that I would like to talk a little bit about entry, what is element, what is entry, some basics, but so I would like to provide information as we need it, even if it is the basic knowledge of Holochain, as far as implementation goes, and as far as we need extra feature that we need to use some part of Holochain. I would like to explain the feature of Holochain exactly in that specific moment. So I hope today we would have enough time also to explain and open the abstraction layer again with a little bit diagram about the peer share design, abstraction design, and I'm gonna also talk about this one. So, but before starting, there are a couple of things I would like to mention. First of all, please in comment or via forum, if there is any feedback, any comment or anything, please warm welcome to contact and reach me and explain. Or in also YouTube, you can do a comment. And this meeting, it is not just pair programming, it is mostly longer than the time that you are here, because after finishing recording, we are continue talking. Before actually the record started, we talked, we check in, so the discussion, this meeting is longer than the recorded version. So if you would like to join, I would put a link in the description. So you need to go to the forum and fill out an application. So that's being said, if anybody else doesn't have anything, I can share a screen and start pair programming for today. Any comment? Now let's start. Let me share my screen. So can you see my screen? Yes, good. Please, guys, if somebody in the waiting room or something, please, because I cannot monitor everything, but just anything, please cut me. It means interrupt me, please. So it is the code that we left last week. We did get the actually address, and so it means inside a loop, we were here. We implemented reading the property, progenitor patterns, and right now we wanted to implement the function that am I developer? What does it mean, am I developer? It means the people, a person as a developer that put the ID here in the property of DNA. If the running version, it means any peers that sending comment to this zone function, so it's going to be there is a agent key of that peer. So if that agent key of a runner, this application runner, is equal to that one, it means you are a developer. If we need this function, as you will see in implementation, we need to detect admin user or developer or master user and normal user, because the developer can create abstraction, entry, and entry design. You will see later. Till now, we never talked about the entry or design entry, nothing. We just implement the basic and scaffolding the zone function with the test. That's it. We're going to finish it today to see what's going to happen next. So am I developer? Here we just call another function here. So in the MI developer, inside the progenitor Rust file, we need to compare the current agent address that you already know how we can access it, that with this one, and we need to compare with the property inside the DNA, this one. If they are equal, I'm a developer. So in the implementation of DNA property, we need to extract we need to extract and convert this string to agent pub key. And then we can compare this agent pub key. We can convert this string to agent pub key that we can compare to this item. That's it. So, but during the implementation of this section, we are gonna see a bunch of challenge that you will see the challenge. So what we had so far we had prop DNA properties. So get developer. So from a DNA address get, we are going to have what it returned. It returned the one DNA property. So inside the one DNA property, we have a developer address. So I can use this question mark because both of them return, do you remember, external result. That is great. Right now, I need to say, by the way, let's go TDD. It means at first, let's go and implement test, run the test if it is not working, and then come back to fix it. What do you think? Do you like a TDD at first, implement test? Let's go back to implement. So let's see what we have here. I'm going to save a little bit time. So we already implemented a couple of tests. I'm not gonna actually explain more right now. Let's see. Right now we have this one. I already explained the previous video. I'm just copy and paste. So asleep right now, we will fix it later. We are going to import. So create a one cell, not progenitor test for the progenitor test. Not bad. For MI developer scenario, Alice, zone, the name of zone, MI developer, the name of function. It is the same. It's going to call here. And let's see, the result should be true. So it means right now to make everything working, we are returning back false. It should be fair, yeah? So this one right now is not being called. It is okay. Underline, you're putting underline if you're not using variable or function. In Rust, you're receiving warning and sometimes it's not building. So put underline at the beginning, it's going to be ignored. Then test. This test is supposed to be failed. That's it. First of all, we implement the test. We need to bring up the test. To save more time, I'm going to command other tests right now just to run this one. Just for saving some time, otherwise there is no need to command others. I developer in holo layer init shell. Guys, the font is good. It is okay. Can you unmute?
It's a little bit smaller, although I can maybe you could zoom in a little bit.
It's better.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. So, as you know, we need to enter to init shell and then go to the cd test. By the way, guys, the URL of the GitHub, it is in the description of video if you would like to see the code or continue or anything. So npm test, it should be failed because we are waiting for true and we are sending back false. But at first we implemented test that we can easily run the test and anytime can see if there is any error. Just it is TDD, and I totally recommend at first implement test and bring up the scaffolding that the function is working, the communication is working. You can easily run tests, it's building everything. What happened? Is it the same? Oh no. The file is not the same. Okay, another time. What happened here? Okay, let me pause the video to save the time and fix the problem why the test is not running and come back to you. So it was misspelling and we are going to continue. Let me share my screen. So share. Can you see, guys?
Yeah.
So it was misspelling actually, the file name and this one. So yes, right now, as you see, let me run again that others can see npm test. So it's failing, the test is failing. It is telling us that
The test is failing because you're getting false instead of true. It's a Boolean test, right?
yes, because it is true and false. So
B equals, so the structure has to be the same.
yes, but if I change it to true, it's going to be success. It means the structure of test is working. So, and we are going to test, implement test, implement test. Okay, it is true. So that's it. It means we implemented first. We respect TDD. So we are going to continue working on the actually progenitor. But zoom in, it's zooming a little bit, make the things harder because I don't have enough space, but I will continue. So that's it. Let's return back here. So what we wanted to do, we wanted generally to convert this agent pub key to this one, okay, to generally to address public key agent pub key address. So we are reading the property and then let developer address match agent pub key, try from prop, the prop that you saw there, and let me see anybody waiting on. No. Prop and dot clone. Let's send a one instance of the. So then we are going to have, if it is okay address, just we need to return back this address. If there is any error, we are going to actually we are going to return error. So we need to return one error with the actually in wasm error. So because extend result is waiting for the wasm error. So to generate wasm error, I need to say that
You're missing the arrow in the OK case.
so actually was an error. Guess a string from dot e
Invalid agent invalid key.
to a string. So this one is going to return any error, and at the end it is try from, and at the end we need to return back in two way. You know, I can write return OK and developer address, or I can easily say that okay, they are both equal. So
Missing an arrow.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
After the OK address, you are missing an arrow. An arrow.
So that's it. So this one is supposed to return back agent key, and here what I have, first of all, I have let dot my address, for example, that is agent info. You remember, yeah? Question mark is working because the same, you know already. Dot agent latest pub key. It is let developer key that we can reach from DNA properties. Get dev address. So also this one. Hey guys, you see this one for the people that who don't, it is a Rust analyzer, and it is, if you install Rust analyzer, it's really helpful to have this actually extra information, that especially in the DHT, that somehow it's complex to understand what type it's written. But if somehow you are running in 10 times, 6 times, or 4 times is not working, don't worry. It is something like that. Somehow it is not working. It is a little bit buggy. But if you can up and run, analyzer is Lucas, do you want to say something?
No.
Because you unmuted, I was thinking. Okay. If my address is equal to developer key, that's it. Any questions so far, guys?
No.
Looks good, man. We're all using Rust Analyzer.
Let me make one of you co-host, and if somebody came and I don't see, just please invite, please accept or admit. Okay, so that's it. And from the lib, I'm calling that one, that's it. So right now I just easily run npm test. Let's see what we can receive. Number one, holo hash missing u prefix. Actually, I don't know, have you ever seen this one or not, but if you search in the HDK, you will see that we need to add extra U at the beginning, and I'm looking for a better way. But the workaround here, if you see, I fix it in that way, actually. That here, I add extra variable, prop let, prop fix address, format. So U and prop.trim. So I added manually U at the beginning, but I don't know if there is any wrapper or utility or something that can do it automatically. It would be really nice, or convert to, I don't know, base 64. I'm gonna finish in this workaround, but if you know anything else, please let me know and share, or comment in the video that later on we can fix it. So let's go here and use this variable. We added extra U here. Any question? The test is not passing because the address, this one, holo hash, missing extra U prefix.
Yeah, I think there's a wrapper you can use for that. You shouldn't have to hack the U on the front.
What was you mean the holo hash base 64 or something like that?
Maybe it's a base 64. Yeah,
If I'm not
sure. I have to check.
Let me see that it is what's happening. It's fixed, but let me see. I think it is the base. If I'm not mistaken, it is holo, and it is the holo hash base or agent holo hash base 64. I'm not sure that this one holo hash base 64, this one from this holo hash import from this one actually. So by the way, these things you saw that I added automatically, also it is part of Rust Analyzer. It means I'm not sure if it is let. It means if I would have variable, something like that I can say let dev address from or try from prop, and so try from
It's not necessary to serialize the hash, no?
Okay, to save the time, let's continue this way, and later on, let's see who can find a better way that there is no need to add extra U. I added this line and used here with extra U. Let me run the npm test. Unused used. Can you see? I used something without any purpose actually. So fake. What is the reason? Okay, true and false. So it is telling us that everything is working, conversion is working, but we are waiting for true, it is false. It means we didn't finish the second part. What is the second part? The second part that I already mentioned last time, which is the most interesting and important part. So we are generating and installing application, yeah? So if I go here, as you can see, we have an agent key. Agent key is coming from a generate agent pub key of the actually of this admin actually from the conductor on the fly. So it means we are generating totally on the fly key, but in the YAML it is a fixed one. The next step to finish the job and test everything properly, we need on the fly during the test, we need to put this agent key and override the DNA property and run it. It means this is hard-coded, but the test running one instance based on totally on the fly generated key. Anytime that is running, it is running a new key. So, but it is the fixed one. It means before generating the new instance of the key, we need to override this key with a real generated key. That is the thing we need to do. Any question, guys? Got a point?
Why don't you just copy the key into the test instead of generating?
What do you mean? I didn't get you.
So the YAML file has a key already, right? A developer address.
Yes. You mean put the hard-coded key, but no, here the things we need to send not the hard-coded. So as you can see, this agent, the agent key, it is not just the single key, it is just the object. It means it should have some signing. It is not the one string, it is object. Agent has some extra belongings. Got the point?
Okay, yeah, but this is talking about developer, but the progenitor will always have the same key, no? Or maybe not.
I didn't get you. Look, this one is fake. It is just for the fake string to be there. Anytime we would like to run one instance, okay? It means anytime that for the first time the real application is supposed to be up, we need to put the key of the real developer here. It means anytime we need to run this DNA, before running, we need to override this property. Is that
why are you hard coding that property into the membrane? Why, if it's dynamic, if it's
no, because it should be anything. It is not that it can be fake, but we need to put something to read it, to test it.
Right. So the point is that to have the key name in the property, not the actual field, the actual data.
I didn't get your question.
So you're hard coding the property developer address into the membrane, but the reason you're doing that is because you want to update it later with a real address.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
So it's not possible to, right? Okay, I get it, but
it should be there for testing. It should be there that we can read it. You know, if I'm not mistaken, you are telling me why it is here, why we cannot add extra on the fly. We need to add some properties. I'm not sure it is working and we can add exactly, but we can override. But if you are telling me, okay, do not add something here and on the fly, just add the property, I never tried, I don't know. But we should have a property to test everything. And it is totally fake. I can't put anything because I'm going to override it. But Yeah,
Do you edit like through a build script, or do you do it manually, or like?
I did manually. All of them I created manually.
But when you update it, like on the fly, when the app is being built, do you put it in?
I'm going to do that. I didn't.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
It means here, and to save the time, let me also copy and paste extra section also. Oh, from here to here. So I copy and paste the whole code to save the time. So as you can see, let me go step by step. It is the things we generated, yeah? So it means we generate pub key. It is equal with the previous one you already saw. It is the difference. Here, agent key, we are also logging it here. And we are registering a DNA with a path peer share and a property developer address with this developer address. Do you see? It means when we are going to register the DNA, we can ask the test interface, how can I say, the conductor that before create a one instance of DNA, please from property override developer address, but with this developer address that I'm giving you. It means on the fly, the dynamic agent key is going to be here. That's it. It is the only difference from the code I created. I duplicated the install agent app, one instance normal one, and one instance as a developer. What does it mean as a developer? It means the instance that it's coming up of the DNA, the property is overridden by my agent key. So if I change this one as a developer, let me bring it inside here. Install as developer. So as developer, okay? So that's it. Right now, we are supposed to receive true. But false. Why false? Holohash has invalid base 64 encoding. Also, I faced another issue. Right now, I'm going to have the workaround, but let me tell you what was the issue. And we need to come back to the developer again, but let's fix that issue first. Anytime that inside the base 64, is there any special character like a slash or question mark? It is the generated key that test automatically generated one key for me, or the test case actually, which is that one. This one is being overridden here, and right now the DNA has this address. It is the scenario that is happening. So this place here, when it is trying to convert public key agent to the key, it threw this exception that, hey, the hash is invalid. It is another place we need to see how we can send the hash to actually the zoom function that is valid. I haven't found it right now. I have a workaround. I'm going to show you what is the workaround, and then we will come back to this one as well. What is the workaround? The workaround that I created a few functions to generate, to continue generate. Let me copy and paste. It is extra function. It is the function that generate pub key. I'm generating pub key, and I'm asking if it is contained, the generated key contain this special character, regenerate again, and regenerate till the time there is no special character. That's it. It is not really big job, but it is totally workaround. So we need to fix it later. But just let's continue.
Sorry, can I ask one question?
Let me finish this section. Can you see? That's it. It exactly like the previous one, exactly like this one. The only thing I need, I just add the agent key to just regenerate again and again and again to reach the pub key without this one. But there is a way that we can send, but I'm not sure what is the best one. But let me see that the function is working and then go back to the Thomas question. Dang, test is passed. It means right now I am a developer. Did you see? If I install, but we need to implement tests, yeah? But I'm not gonna implement because of the time issue. If I install the DNA with the non-developer, it should be false. It means the test is not supposed to be passed. That's it. It failed. But if I install the DNA as a developer, the test, am I developer, should be true. It means, yes, you are a developer. Ba-bam. Generally, with this implementation, it means the way that we are reading the public key of the peers that run this application and reading the DNA property, we officially implemented progenitor pattern. So it means we can put some property here, we can read the property, and we can override the property via test and test the functionality. The best famous and the well-known one that we are going to use it a lot, it's the progenitor. It means who is the admin user. So Thomas.
Yes, so maybe some clarification for people watching. So initially, my understanding was that the properties of the DNA are hard-coded and they represent the hash, and they represent like what hash comes out. But now we're talking about dynamic properties. I mean, you're talking about property you can change.
Yes.
Would change it was not change the DNA hash because this is at WASM time. So this is a new concept for me. I previously understood the properties of the membrane to be fixed attributes that define the resulting hash of the DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe explain that.
Yeah, sure. Look, the property can be used with the different purposes. You are totally right. Just imagine there are some property like, I don't know, a status. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, or anything, or something like, I don't know, some fixed values that it's going to be, I don't know, some key. The story is going to be started. Is there any way that you cannot override this property? It means when application is coming up, you are supposed to, we can have somehow some scenario that you need to do that. It means, just imagine right now, developer address. Who is developer? We don't know. We are in a development. We are using the development key. We can put any string here just because it is a string, you know? But when a group of people is supposed to just, maybe it is not even a developer address. Just imagine it is admin address. We are going to implement one application with DNA with the admin address. So you and your family are going to install this application, join the same DNA and enjoy it. So you are going to put this one from UI when it is coming, one instance of DNA is going to be installed via application. You need to send your key. If it, in that case, okay, it is one example. You can put your address here. You can change the hash of the DNA because you change the property. The hash of the DNA is going to be changed. One new DNA and DHT and network is going to be started. So just imagine you put your address. It means Tom address. Anybody install this application and DNA with Tom address, it's going to play the game with you. So, and they accepted your admin address. If anybody else, I put Hidayat address here. Hidayat address. Yeah, I'm totally in a standalone network. I can start the game for myself, but I cannot join you. There can be some property, fixed property. I don't know, just app name. Just imagine, do you remember we implemented currency? Yeah, just imagine we can say, hey, inside the currency, we have some fixed negative balance. It means anybody use this application, the negative balance is not supposed to be less than 100. That can be fixed. Nobody can override it. Do you see the benefit that we can use? Oh, Thomas is not here.
Sorry, I'm back.
So I answer your question. If you wouldn't be here, it is another topic.
No, I think I understood. Thanks.
That is great. So let me pause, go for 1 2 minute break and continue a little bit more. So hello again, we did pause. We tried something to see how the issue that we thought can be fixed, but we couldn't finally, and I can share with you what did we do. Generally, we used also agent pub key. So do you remember we added a U here, and also we had to add extra logic to regenerate key to fix the issue, but we were thinking if we can use generally some object here, some wrapper that maybe it's compatible with a base 64 pub key that's coming from test, and we implemented this one here using a holohash agent pub key 64, and this one also didn't work. As you can see, we received the same issue actually. So it means we are going to undo the code here and rely based on the code with some workaround actually. So let me undo the code. So let's rerun the test. Dang, it's passed. So let me return back all other tests as well. It means here. Okay, all tests are running and passing. That's it for this week. We didn't have a great progress this week, but anyway, we are ready to go and design Holochain-in-Action, the peer share for the next meeting of Holochain-in-Action, so that we can start explanation of what is entry, what is element, what is header, and what is a design. And we are going to start implementing a schema and a public data in peer share. I think the next one is going to be kind of interesting session. If there is no other question, or if there is anything would you like to share, please. Otherwise, we can just finish at least recording. Nothing. So bye bye. See you next week.